So, can you go into your background a little bit and whether personal or professional, whatever you feel like sharing that just I want to explore like how like what led you up to bringing this story into the world, anything that in your past experiences that prepared you for this project, stuff like that.
Definitely. So I think a couple of things happened. One is, so my background is in academia. I did my master's and my PhD. I taught at NYU and Emory. And when I was in the middle of writing my dissertation, which was on loss and language and mourning, but like very theoretical, it was on Heidegger and Nietzsche and Virginia Woolf, and just thinking of this very sort of high level. And suddenly, in the midst of all that, my first marriage ended in a way that felt very abrupt to me. And so suddenly I'm writing about loss in this very sort of esoteric way, and at the same time trying to figure out like how to get through my day.
Mm.
And so I think that relationship between theory and practice, what does that look like? Like how can these guides help me figure out how to live in a way became took root, and it would be many years, over a decade, before I would sit down to write this book. But I think that was percolating in the background. And then I woke up one morning when I started writing this, and I just had this like very clear visual of this girl's face on a missing person poster. And it was just this haunting image that I couldn't get out of my mind. And initially, I started writing from Neil's perspective. And it was like, me through Neil's eyes, like trying to figure out who this girl is. Like, why is she on this missing person poster? But as I started writing, her voice became very strong for me. And I quickly realized that I needed to have both of their perspectives in here. And also, the experience of writing it was such a strange one because one of the first things that came to me, and this is the first chapter of Lucia's, was this girl at a frat party, and she's hooking up with this dude upstairs, and then a page later we find out that her boyfriend is downstairs. And that sort of scene came to me, and I was like, what, like, why would someone behave this way? And so I really felt like my writing, especially Lucia, felt like an excavation, like trying to understand the motivations of this character that on the surface made such problematic decisions. But I think I was trying to circle this question of, for her, there seems to be some kind of relationship between recklessness and power. And I wanted to try to understand that through the lens of this character. So it was interesting and it was a challenge.